Jacob Russell. Way to go, Jacob. Everybody give Jacob. Way to go, Jacob. Way to go, Jacob.
From Nashville, Music City, USA.
1457. Here comes another one.
All right, Cameron Bensley from Powder Springs, Georgia.
Way to go. Way to go.
Elite Runners.
Here comes another one. Way to go, Steve. Thanks. Wow, here comes our third. Let's see. Gregory Sorry from Birmingham. Greg Sorry from Birmingham. Way to go, Greg. Way to go, Greg.
Dalton Bittyfield from Cedartown.
Oh, wow. Turn it on, Dalton. Turn it on. Turn it on. Okay, right here, they're fighting for this 5th place. This is going to be a dogfight to the end. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight. Who's going to win this thing?
From Scottsville, Kentucky. Also, Chase Bolton from Campbellsville, Kentucky.
It's going to be a dogfight right there. Oh, my gosh. I mean, holy cow.
From Homewood.
What a run. What a run.
Stephen Gomez of Tuscaloosa.
Jay Stevenson out of Rome. Way to go, Jay. Man, these 5K guys.
Joseph Bittard of Birmingham.
Thank you, Jerry.
Brandon Crown of Moultrie, Georgia.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry.
Tyler Anthony of Fort Payne, Alabama. Alex Shea from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Clay Rice of Birmingham.
Carson Masterson from Town Creek. Daniel DeLon, Fort Payne.
5K.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
Adam Bensley, or Aaron Bensley of Atlanta.
Good job.
We don't have any 10Ks yet. Now, I'm anxious to see the first 10K runner come in.
Sarah Crouch from Madison, Alabama.
Way to go, Sarah.
I think she might be. Is she the first lady? I think she might be.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
Way to go, Sarah.
Woo! Good job.
She's fast.
She is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here comes another one. Some of these elite faster runners are getting in. Tip my hat to the fast runners.
I just been making the perfect turn.
Pablo Rodriguez of Fort Payne.
I'd still be walking eating that Twinkie.
Yeah. I might have made it out of the parking lot by now.
We're the elite microphone talkers.
Yes.
I'm into fitness.
Efron Najim of Pelham. Marcus Harris of Pelham. Efron is from Rainsville, I'm sorry. Way to go, Marcus. Amanda Kumo from Homewood, Alabama.
Good job.
Ron Strom of Rossville, Georgia. Way to go, Ron.
Ron Strom, the most famous hat in all of racing. Ron Strom.
That is my goal, to get a Ron Strom hat.
I mean, there he goes.
Hunter Hartman
Wow,
from
Ryan, that's a pretty good
Sarah
time
Glazer.
for you today. Way to go, Ryan.
Atkins of Scottsboro. Vincent Atkins.
Way
of
to go,
Scottsboro.
Ron Strom. Is this our first female?
Connor Johnson of
No,
Fife.
Sarah was our first female. She just has.
Oh, okay. Sarah Pacer, congratulations. And here is Caroline Anderton from Hoover. Way to go, Caroline.
Connor Johnson of Fife.
Henry Singleton of
Kate
Ardmore.
Willingham of Rainsville. Way to go, Clay.
Wow, Kate.
Woo!
Christy Camino of Atlanta.
Way to go, Christy. I think Christy finished in the money. Way to go, Christy. I didn't get to meet her before the race today.
Look at her.
Sandy
Galloping
Lamb
like a
of
deer.
Atlanta.
Sandy Lamb. Way to go, Sandy. Here comes comes another one. Let's see who that is. Or is that Sandy Lamb? I think that's Sandy Lamb right there. Well, we got one 1388, but it's not giving us a name.
Adrian Baderas of Sylvania.
Way to go.
Sam Adams.
Of Briarfoot, Alabama.
Wow, took him into tape right there. Here you go, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. The man, the legend, Jerry Clifton, the promoter.
Is he not the best?
He is the promoter. Jerry says 4 more minutes, we should have a 10K.
Montezuma from Huntsville.
Mandy Leonardi from Coleman.
Going back to the 80s retro right here.
I can't help but dancing.
I know.
Dawson Bryan of Rainsville coming in. Emmanuel Elizondo of Pisgah making his way in.
Daniel Leonard from Grant Leonard.
5K.
Anna Pittard from Birmingham.
I see Shawana White from South Carolina coming. I love this girl. She is a great supporter of the Rainsville Freedom Run. Come on in here, Shawana. I love that Shawana White. Great supporter. Great supporter of the Rainsville Freedom Run from South Carolina.
Leighton Gibbons of Pisgah coming in.
Logan Bryant of Rainsville.
Come on, Logan. Huffing and puffing. Get on in here, everybody. Looking good. Congratulations for finishing the race.
Alcidar Marshall of Huntsville.
You notice how me and Chris just sort of be quiet when we don't know how to pronounce a name. We just
Well, I might have messed that one up.
Yeah, that's my handy count, Marla.
we just real quiet.
Elizabeth from Huntsville. That's how I do it.
Barry Egg, one of the crazies. Right here he is. Barry Egg.
From Huntsville.
Barry always forgets to wear his shirt when he comes over to the Rainsville Freedom Run.
Justin Wood of Ohatchee.
Come on, Barry. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it
Francisco of
on.
Valley Head. Trevian
You're looking
Jenkins
good,
of
Barry.
Trussville.
You're
Cooper
looking
Mitchell of
great. You're
Rainsville.
looking great.
Dara Hernandez of Fort Payne. Israel Belaquez from Huntsville. Gavin Prater of Fort Payne.
Niguel Gansby of Mentone.
Oh, yeah.
Isaiah Mateo of Scottsboro.
Did we mention Trevian Jenkins of Trussville as well?
Thank you, Jerry. Jerry Clifton, an official documented crazy over here. My buddy.
Justin Kaiser of Gadsden.
Matt Thompson of Tony. Spencer Neely of Scottsboro.
Running,
Devin Stevenson of Rome.
Keep walking, guys.
Luciano Esteban of Fort Payne.
That's why I was real quiet.
Esteban.
He forgot his shirt too.
Matthew Brewster of Dutton, Alabama. Come on in here, Matthew.
Mark Wilson of Rainbow City.
What's up, stranger?
We don't have a 10K yet. There's fixing to be a 10K come in, y'all.
Looking for a red tag.
Or me?
No, I have to keep yelling. I have to yelling them. Hey, keep
Stokes
walking.
Latham of Valley Head. Pedro Miguel of Fort Payne.
I need to put up a sign that says keep walking.
Oh,
Joey Bramlin of Dayton.
I think Brian wins the IQ test up here
He
today.
does. Susan Morgan of Rangeville.
Jimmy Lane from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Come on
Gregory
through. Come on
Tomlin of
through.
Huntsville.
Walk
Gabriel
through.
Ruther of Valley Head.
Braden Stimson of Fort Payne.
job.
Tony Snyder from Bremen.
Kreider.
That's what I
Joanna
meant.
Richard of Gadsden. Darlene Brown of Athens.
Let's go. Walk through.
Stephen Wyndham of Warrior.
All 5K runners so far.
Dylan Fisher of Huntsville. Mason Sargent of Rainsville. Kim Allen of Panama City.
Oh, let's go.
Zombie Hernandez of Collinsville.
Isaac McBriar of Fort Payne. Mitchell Dorset of Fort Payne. AJ Harrison of Fort Payne.
Here comes our 10K.
Way to go, AJ.
10K coming.
There's my AJ. Way to go, AJ.
Yay!
Here comes Vince Rivera, a Huntsville runner.
Crimson
Carrying the
Orange
American flag.
Landon Little of Pisgah. Vincent Rivera of Madison.
And here comes our 10K.
Matthew Henderson of Fort Payne.
He's
See
going
who
to have
that's
on
going to
that
be.
Jason Schultz
pink shirt.
of
Henniger.
Henniger 5K. Robert Edgar of Gadsden
Hard to tell
5K.
which one that's
Angie
going to be. I think it's this guy right here. Let's see.
Jeff Aiken.
All right, Bradley McAbeer. Bradley McAbeer from El Paso, Texas.
Way to go. Daniel Prince of
He
Madison.
is our first 10K. Right there he is. Give it up for Bradley. Right there. Way to go, Bradley.
Elizabeth
Holy cow.
Robert Lane of Jacksonville. Kate Harrell.
Jesus Domingo of Fort Payne.
Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn from Greenville, South Carolina. Second place.
10K.
Way to go, Ricky.
Tristan Hudson of Pisgah. Chris Latour of Mentone.
Justin Manning of Valley Head.
Perla Nunez of Madison.
Brandon Horton of Rainsville.
Because the different gift
Christopher
numbers.
Sandlin of Rainsville.
Red is pink.
Scarlett Hood of Section. Grady Cramp of Rainsville. Natalie LeCompte of Madison. Brandon Horton of Rainsville. Ann Roch. David Goss of Fort Payne.
Wow, way to go, David Goss.
Shawana White of Columbia, South Carolina.
Allie Edwards. Sarah Lane.
of Jacksboro, Texas. And Savannah Graham of Moulton. Alex Vega from Fort Payne. Nathan Graham, we've already mentioned him. Magnolia Orcozo of Fort Payne.
Leonardo Miguel of Fort Payne. Heather Winkles of Grant. Ian DePaul of Valley Head.
Neva Evans of Pisgah.
David Hernandez of Collinsville. Caroline Rainey of Gallant. Logan Purnell of Ider.
Alexandro Valero of Fort Payne.
Riley Arnold of Henniger.
Caleb McKenzie of Rainsville.
Molly Westbrook of Fife. Her 17th birthday. Happy birthday, Molly!
Hudson Davis of Fort Payne. Christopher Stoward of Boaz.
Sandy Lamb of Atlanta. Judson Parham of Trenton. Caleb Martin
Walk
of
on through,
Valley Head.
runners are behind you.
Christopher Stallant of Boaz. Haley McAdams of Warrior. Vicky McAdams of Warrior. Erica Andres of Collinsville. Nicholas Phillips of Averill, Dustin Edwards of Pisgah. Sawyer Armstrong of Rainsville. Naomi Reyes of Fort Payne. Mark Mac Owens of Fort Payne. Joseph Quinn of Henniger. Aiden Morales of Fort Payne. Ruth Ferris of Rome.
Where's the rest of our 10K guys? I think we've only had 2 or 3 cross.
Keith Lemon of Rainsville. Way to go, Keith.
Way to go, Keith. Way to go, Keith.
Max Griffith of Valley Head. Amelia Knowles of Rainsville. Way to go, Amelia. Levi Harper of Girdley. Addie Woods of Fort Payne. Kason Hall of Rainsville. Allison Mitchell of Rainsville. Way to go, Allison.
Thank you, Jerry.
Addison Schultz of Henniger. Clara Morera of Madison.
Hunter Huxtable.
Judge Jeremy Taylor
Bryson
of
Taylor.
Fort Payne.
Harmony Shepard of Valley Head along with Jason Shepard. Brock Stewart of Calhoun, Georgia.
Jeremy and Bryson running together. Jeremy beat his son
Libby
just a
Frost.
little bit. Way to go, Jeremy and Bryson.
Libby Smith of Section. Alan Anderson of Huntsville. Anna Bryan of Rainsville. We mentioned that.
Katie Holt of Rainsville. Lily Frost of Rainsville.
Alan a 10K.
Smith Henderson, Grayson Langley, Frank Raymond. Julian Stabber of Arab.
Josh Whitehead of Madison.
Paula Storin of Paint Rock. Craig Langley of Rainsville. Josh Whitehead of Madison. Kayla Kirby of Fort Payne. Beverly Keel of Rainsville. Matt Brewer of Section. Andrea Oliver of Rainsville.
Josh was a 10K finalist. Josh Whitehead from Madison.
Roscoe Henderson of Fort Payne. Ephraim DeJume of Rainsville. Andrea Oliver. Jace Edwards of Pisgah. Kennedy Gibbons of Pisgah.
John Camp of Rainsville. Frank Matt of Birmingham, winner in the 10K, a finalist in the 10K.
John Camp of Rainsville. Brandon Harper of Gurley. Judith Lopez of Fort Payne.
Diana Hilburn of Southside. Frank Matt of Birmingham, a finalist in the 10K. Tyler Phelps of Wilsonville, a 10K finalist.
Ryan Reese of Fort Payne. Way to go, Ryan. Julio Marquez of Birmingham.
Lee Lewis of Pisgah, Alabama.
Parker Devaney of Section. Ryder McKenzie of Rainsville. Amy Garrett of Rainsville. Way to go, Amy.
Alex Doss of Rainsville, Alabama. Come on in, 5K.
Lee Lewis of Pisgah. Did we name Lee? William Allgood of Mentone. Chase Buckarow of Homewood.
10K, Chase.
Chase, we probably butchered your name, and we're so sorry.
Ellie Grace Latham, thank you, Brian. Valley Head.
Amanda Dean of Pisgah.
Jessica Mendoza of Collinsville.
Jonathan Tex Laney of Fort Payne.
Andrew Lounge from Atlanta, runner-up in the
Lisa
10K.
Haygood, Huntsville, Alabama. Carol Haney from Rainsville.
Oni Tomlin of Huntsville. Glenn Wagner of Milton. Way to go, Tex. Glenn Wagner of Milton. Chris Bell of Rainsville.
Hector Manuel.
Kelly Waddell of Leesburg. Anna Pittard of Birmingham. Okay.
It's an easy one.
I should let you know, Chris Bell. There you go. There's
Yeah, Mark Johnson from Gadsden, Alabama. Way to go, Mark.
Lila Schrader of Pinnaker.
Brooklyn Hudson from Pisgah.
Joseph Stephens of Asheville.
Ben Horton from Rainsville.
Caden Clark of Atlanta.
Come on across. These are
Joseph
10K.
Stevens from Asheville, 10K runner-up.
Yeah, Katie and Joseph, 10K runners. Come on in. Frederick Bryan from Trenton, Georgia.
Eating Brian Trent.
Joanna Stevens of Dallas, Georgia.
Miles Brown, Pisgah, Alabama.
Allison Mercher of Marietta.
Scotty Hyde from Sylvania, Alabama, 5K.
Blake Graham of Moulton.
Kerry Robinson of Gadsden.
Sharon Riggs from Fort Payne, Alabama.
Angie Maxwell of Fort Payne.
Kyle Brown, Pisgah, Alabama.
Daisy
Tinley Brown of Pisgah.
Richmond, Kentucky. Nicholas Pasquale of Fort Payne.
Heather Brown, Pisgah, Alabama. Got the family here.
Charlene Manning of Valley Head.
Carla Rodriguez from Gadsden, Alabama.
Sandra G of Crossville.
Yes. Cindy Duke from Birmingham, Alabama.
Joseph Edgecombe from Panama City, Florida. Nancy Pfeiffer of Birmingham. Cindy Duke of Birmingham.
Matthew McCappin, Rainsville, Alabama.
Niles Bryant of Collinsville. Look how pretty Charlene Manning looks.
Cecil Vega of Fort Payne.
Matthew Dan from Pisgah, Alabama.
Katie Howell of Rainsville.
Lori Smith of Boaz.
Tyson Taylor from Section, Alabama.
Kaylee George of Fort Payne.
Linda Nipson of Moody. Or I should say Fort Payne. Emily Dickinson from Moody.
Jasmine Summerford of
Riley
Rainsville.
Davis.
Michelle Graham of Fort Payne.
Titus Cartwright from Rosin Phone, Georgia.
Tim Dalton.
Tim Dalton.
Charlene Moultrie of Chattanooga.
Shannon Bain,
Stephen Wyndham from Warrior.
Jacqueline Bryan,
Rossi Bryan of Trenton, Georgia.
Charlene Moultrie, Jamie Hatch, Christina Gazella, Rebecca Latham,
And Ross Hogan from Rainsville, Alabama.
Sienna Lance of Fort Payne.
Yeah. If I can't pronounce it, I'm muffled.
Michael Contreras of Fife. Mara Hutchings of Winchester, Tennessee.
Jeff Graves of Mentone, Heath Patterson of Rainsville,
Savannah Poppenhorst of Norcross, Georgia.
Paul Bear Bryant from Rainsville, Alabama.
Samuel Moses from Fort Payne,
Kyla Ogle of Mentone. And Matthew Ogle of Mentone. Kylie Cameron of Fort Payne.
They're laughing at me because when I don't know a name, I'm muffled.
Brett, welcome.
Craig Adams of Fife, Kendria Siddell of Raglan,
Craig Andrews from Fife, Alabama. Scott Kirk from Rainsville, Alabama.
Ben Thacker of Cordova, Tennessee.
lot of names. Ben Thacker of Cordova, Tennessee.
10K.
Casey Dean of Sylvania, Emmanuel Azumdal.
Phil Prater from Fort Payne.
Tyler Gaddis.
Ryan Pepperhorst of Norcross, Georgia.
Blake Scott from Scottsboro, Alabama.
Christina Stam, Dylan Prater, Lillian Gibbons, Jose Estrada,
Lindsay Akins, Vontae Sebastian.
Kong Min,
Emily Carter from Rainsville, Alabama. Samuel Pearson from Gadsden, Alabama.
Christine Norton, Caleb Falligan, Lacey Frazier and Megan Sharp, Jade Hughes and Kyle Wagner, and Atasia Boyd. Eleanor Matthews of Fort Payne, along with her husband Kobe Matthews. Bruce Joe Waters, Luis Torres, Doctor. There's your doctor.
Yes, Dr.
Dr. Mel, Dr. Mendiola, my
Yes.
doctor too.
Daniel Boozer.
Valley Head, Alabama.
You know, I like it when your doctor runs. That shows you.
Dr. Mendele. Hey.
Let's
Come
go,
on.
Dr. Mayo.
Jeremy Miller from Fort Payne, Alabama. Come on through.
Macy Carlisle of Heflin. Probably butchered her name.
She said Milvis Torres of Phoenix, Arizona, all the way from out west. Wow.
Brooks Trotman from Flat Rock, Alabama.
David Edgar of Gadsden. Lacey Cloud of Moultrie, Kate McGraw of Saudi Daisy, Amanda Flory of Minden. Ethan Fraley of 5D, Goodwin of Cahutta, Rebecca Robertson of Section,
Bill Alberton of Scottsboro.
Hope Strong of Huntsville,
Caitlin Lloyd from Gadsden, Alabama.
Duluth Boiseau of Valley Head, Yari Waiters of Fort Payne,
Robbie Bernard from Mobile. Jeremy Smith from Dutton, Alabama.
Braxton Williams of Jacksonville, Whitney Waldrop of Gunnersville, Jeremy Smith of Dutton, Andres Manuel, Anna Dunlan of Gadsden. You know your name. Ben Hawkins of Rainsville,
Number 1385.
Steve Helton of Rainsville, Holden Reese of Fort Payne. Come on, Brian. Good names. Eli DeCure, Fort Payne. Eli Anderson of Section, Sadie Harper of Section, Lisa Schrader of Trenton. We can't function with Brandon, when Brian leaves, because we don't know all the big names. He stepped away from
back,
me.
maybe 5 minutes.
Sadie Harper of Section, Eli Anderson of Section.
Lisa Schrader from Rainsville, Alabama. Kim Galloway from Rainsville, Alabama. I know Kim. Congratulations, Kim.
So one of white. I think she's going back and forth in front of that.
Dawn Denard from Scottsboro. Shannon Brewster from Dutton.
Ted Hagenbarth of Gadsden.
Katie Hope from Rainsville. Austin Hope from Rainsville. Jill Sorter from Dutton.
Cherie Edmonds of Dutton, Elder Yvonne Mateo of Fort Payne. I just made up that name. I hope that was right.
Sounded very good, Marla.
Kaylee Taylor of Leesburg.
Kayla Wilson from Fife, Alabama.
Way to go, Kayla!
Francisco Gasper from Rainsville, 10K. Kenneth Rouse from Dawson.
Kendall Hughes of Fort Payne, Jacob Guthrie, Andrea Woodall.
From Fort Payne, Alabama.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Kayla's
Vicky
beating her
Bell
this
from
time.
Rainsville, Alabama.
Jeff Hodgland of Aniana, Sandy Moyer of Madison. Way to go, Kayla! I think you beat Josh. Jacob Parham of Trenton, Vicky Bell of Rainsville, Jeff Logan of Aniana, Sandy Moeller of Madison, Ansley Freeman of Dutton, Deborah Johnson of Fort Payne, Carly Smalley of Marietta.
Georgia. How about that?
David Garrett of Fife.
Way to go, David.
Good work, brother.
Kiki White of Rainsville, Sandra Mendez of Fort Payne, Thomas Frost of Rainsville,
John Hill from Dutton. Edie Underwood from Dutton.
Wilma Wilson of Fife, Josh Wilson,
5-5.
Rainsville Police Officer Josh Wilson. Way to go.
Come on through.
Hey, Wilma, you're beating your
Brooke
dad.
Reed
Come on,
from
Wilma,
Dalton,
beat him.
Georgia. Scott Fannin from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Scott Drakes from Winchester, Tennessee. Welcome to Rainsville, Alabama.
Brooke Lee of Dalton, Georgia, Scott Fanning of Chattanooga. I'm so proud of Willa beating her dad, Josh.
Teresa Hale from Huntsville, Alabama.
Adrian Gonzalez from Valley Head, Ronald Jeffrey of
Eddie
Scottsboro,
Akins from Sylvania.
Candy Roberts of Pisgah, Patrick Jackson of Wilsonville, Nevaeh Wagner of Fort Payne, David Brophy of Scottsboro,
We got Brian back. James Cook right here of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Lee Stevens of Ashford,
David Brophy of Scottsboro.
Jose
Cliff
Monderas,
Buford of Valley Head.
Jeff
Jennifer Johnson.
Sayer, Jeff Sayer of Rainsville. Where's the fireworks, Jeff?
Connor Aiken of Alabaster. Jose Munoz of Huntsville. Lee Stevens of Asheville. Jacob Hill of Huntsville. Christy Gill of Vinegar.
Darlene Mashburn of Dawson,
Jeremy Short of Crossville.
if we missed your name, we're so sorry.
They're going so fast. Cody Anderson and Laura Anderson, both of section. Drew Bell of Madison.
Leah Renfro, Fort Payne, Alabama.
Amanda Patterson of Fort Payne, Lily Wright of Rainsville, Logan Sillins of Horton, Annalise White of Fort Payne, Canary Day of Gadsden.
Way to go.
Jordan Sutton of Mentone.
Amy Solins of Horton, Anna Walker of Collinsville, Greg Morgan of Rainsville, Anna Walker of Collinsville, David Lee of Flat Rock, Tristan Desort, David Lee of Northport, Tristan Desort,
Scotty Allen of Rainsville.
Sharon Neely of Sylvania, Josh Watson of Cummings, Georgia,
There's the Weather Channel music, Brian.
Michael Kidd of Rainsville, Katie Brooks of Rainsville,
Brett Zimadera of Alpharetta, Georgia. Sylvia Stiller of Carrollton.
Friedman Stiller from Carrollton, Georgia. Gabby Green from Sylvania, Alabama. Courtney Wilson from Rainsville, Alabama. Linda Boggs from Fife, Alabama.
Kinsley Stimson of Cedar Bluff, Nolan Snyder of Madison.
Coming on through. Congratulations, everybody, crossing the finish line.
So proud of you. Way to
Dave
go,
Latham
Kevin
of Valley
Green.
Head.
Todd Greason from Otter, Alabama.
Kimberly Pitts of Fort Payne.
Stokes Latham, Valley Head. Jasper Parham, Trenton, Georgia. Caitlin Boozer from Valley Head.
Joshua Parham from Trenton and Jasper Parham from Trenton. Brandon Edmonds of Dutton. Shannon Titzer of Rainsville. Olivia Graham of Fort Payne.
Brandon Edmonds from Dutton, Alabama.
Olivia Graham
work,
from Fort
you two.
Payne. Maria Alvarez of Fort Payne. Efron Robez of Collinsville. Brenda Garcia of Decatur. Ken Farrow of Rome.
Rome, Georgia. Ken Farrow. Jack Brewerly from Fort Payne, Alabama. Randy Adams from Fife. Ty Frazier from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Good work, man.
Jason Dean from Huntsville, Alabama, 10K.
Emily Anderson of 5, Christine Wagner, Shelby Johnson, Josh Stillman, Joseph Bramlett.
Michelle Graham of Fort Payne. Brianna Cooper. Dennis Rochelle of Rainsville.
Way to save the day, Brian. Olivia Ivy of Fort Payne, Lindsay Wilson of Fort Payne,
And they still filtering in here, y'all.
Denise Latham of Madison.
Lanahan.
If you have already completed the race, go ahead and take your bib off and put it in your car because you're registering again every time you walk close to the finish line.
Randy Hampton, Rainsville, Alabama.
J.Ed Guthrie of Fort Payne. Will Crisp of Madison, Mary Hood of Huntsville, Candace Taylor of Leesville, Tony Burgess of Hanover.
Parks Taylor, Leesville.
Tony Burgess.
Kenneth Foshee of Dutton.
William Summers Jr. of Marndale.
Gage Gross from Huntsville, Alabama. William Sumners Jr. from
Jessica
Marndale.
Ford, Tim Wade, Avery Smith.
Okay, now remember, we have refreshments inside. Refreshments are inside. We start awards in 35 minutes. Awards start at 9:30. 9:30. The awards start.
Good work,
We have refreshments inside.
Susan Phillips, Inez Frazier,
Good work.
Rosie Davison, Dolly Frazier, Matt Courtney,
Good work.
David Hernandez of Collinsville.
Amber Spurgeon, Dylan Traylor, Bree Boyton of Rainsville. Cooper Reese, Kayla Cartwright,
Catherine Tori Lillo of Huntsville.
Stephanie Reese,
Cooper Reese.
Jeffrey Wagner, Matthew Stewart,
Keep walking.
Christina Label,
That was Brian.
Mary Flanagan, Kelly Tomlin, Krista Ledwell,
Estrella from Fort Payne.
Jamie, Christina Grider, Casey Boatwright, Missy Studley, Natalie Boga, Renee Patterson, Teresa Coots, Billy Horton.
Dylan Fisher from Huntsville, Alabama. Boy, that wind feels nice.
Henry Singleton of Archer.
Jarvie Lyles from Harvest, Alabama. Henry Singleton from Atmore.
You notice Brian comes in with a hard name.
Jessica Francisco from Collinsville. Way to go, Brian Anderson.
Appreciate you, Brian, because we're butchering it. Chrissy Moore of Rainsville, Logan Purnell of Ider.
Love the matching.
We're live in front of a pre-recorded audience. Billy Horton, the big 10K runner. Ellen Helton of Rainsville. Carol Gaither of Rainsville. Shayla Hicks.
Laura Hicks from Pisgah, Alabama. Don't forget, the awards are at 9:30. Got plenty of snacks, goodies, fruits. Inside the Coliseum, the awards are at 9:30.
Will Nevlin of Huntsville. I got that name right. Thank you, Brandon.
Ding, 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 ding.
Go ahead, Brian.
All right, Emmanuel and Elizabeth Elizondo, both from Pisgah.
Have you noticed how we do that, Brian? We go ahead, Brian.
There's David and his boy.
Elizondo. John Matthew. Rodney Land of Rainsville. Gabriel Elizondo of Pisgah.
Here comes Pam Willingham to the stage.
Be sure to go downstairs and get you some snacks, and we'll start our award ceremony at 9.
Emory Anderson, Section Alabama.
Vivian Zoo of Huntsville, Hunter Hall of Fort Payne.
Make your way downstairs.
Way to go, Gary Phillips, Delilah Phillips, Roberta Hack, Marsha Osborne,
Madison, Alabama.
stay a minute.
work.
9 minutes of Huntsville.
Great work, Max. Great work, great work.
Brian, I was waiting for you.
Ava Fronek of Collinsville.
William Summers of Section, Scott Smith of Madison, Lasha Guthrie of Lachey Guthrie of Fort Payne, Ashley Wright of Collinsville.
1608.
Colin Hall from Rainsville, Alabama.
Hey, here. This is George.
Tyler Cook from Geraldine. Taylor Cook from Geraldine.
Matthew Cook of Geraldine. Sierra Jones of Geraldine, Benjamin England of Huntsville, Meredith Parks of Madison,
Terry Gray from Gadsden, 10K. Convenient Auto Spa right across the street.
Abby Kate Johnson of Crossville, Julie Prater of Fort Payne, Terry Gray of Gadsden, Julie Prater of Fort Payne.
Don't forget, snacks are inside the Coliseum if you're thirsty or want some fruit or something to eat.
Susanna McGuell of Crossville, Sabrina Cox of Rainsville, Tony Brown of Dutton, Alice Parker of Fort Payne, Catherine Jones of Valley Head, Randy Jones of Section, Mary Jones of Section, Maddie Johnson of Crossville, Jeff Sherrill of
It's fast, Mama.
I know. I get on
Christy
that.
Shavers from Pisgah, Alabama. Cassandra Hudson from Pisgah.
Alicia Johnson of Crossville.
Come on in, Alicia.
Look at this patriotic outfit. I love it. Kristen Alvarado, Stacy Bratner, Rita Fanning of Trenton.
No, I'm saying I'd be saddest to put it. All right, good job. Good work.
I'll take my wrong note. Hard to see the glare.
I can see it very good. I just couldn't pronounce it.
Jada Turner of Rainsville. Wilkes Harper, Fort Payne.
Oliver Wilson of Rainsville. Tommy Wilson of Rainsville.
Good work to all of y'all.
Of Oliver.
Come where? Terry came with her. Oh, okay.
Alicia Little, Auburn.
Oh, there's Toby.
Brody Pritchett of Sylvania. Stacy McClendon of Albertville.
Brody Pritchett from Sylvania. Kim Presley from Fort Payne. Jason Presley from Fort Payne.
Amber Gregg of Rainsville.
Stan Merrick from Scottsboro.
Joey Odom of 5. Amanda Elizondo from Pittsburgh.
Come on in.
Thanks for participating in the Rainsville Freedom Run. Amy Coward of Henniger, Karen Duncan of Gadsden, Blaine Foster of Fort Payne, Lila Duncan of Gadsden, Aaron Mercer of Chattanooga, Amy Haygood of Dutton, Jasmine Summer of Rainsville,
Laura Lewis of Rainsville.
Laura Lewis, Vance Stevens of Fort Payne, Abby Stevens of Fort Payne, Erica Bradley of Geraldine, Deborah Prince of 5, Sandy Bowen, John Anega of Fort Payne, Ashley Anderson of 5,
Jeremy Fawcett from Dutton, Alabama. Ashley Crawford from Albertville.
Lydia Meadows of Fort Payne, Alicia Stockman of Section, Jesse Kyrer of Leesburg, Jason
Osborne.
Kay Johnson of Dutton, Katie Thrasher of Dutton, Rebecca Morrison of Fort Payne, and Jude Garrett
Way to
of
go,
Rainsville.
Jude.
Way to go, Jude.
That's Drew's boy.
Robin Ashley of Rainsville, Rodney Hall of Valley Head,
Come on through here. Congratulations.
way to go, guys. Corey Long of Madison, Rodney Hall of Valley Head, go ahead, Brian.
All right. Maribel Villatoro of Fort Payne.
Ryan Ware of Atala, Jonah Cornez of Chattanooga, Bella Bobo of 5, Greg Titshaw of Chattanooga.
Greg's local. He's Rainsville.
Oh, Greg,
Yeah.
Greg.
These names go by so
Evan
fast.
Birch of Chattanooga, I'm sorry. Bentley Sampson of Cummings, Shelley Blaylock of Sylvania, Kendra Frick of Geraldine,
Alexander Chich, along with Ping Chich, both of Madison.
Randy Gobble of Fort Payne, Kayla Samples of Rainsville, Rachel Brown of Dutton, Jordan Sadat of Fort Payne.
Michael Shavers of Pisgah.
And if we have butchered your name, we're so sorry. Audrey Humphreys of Fort Payne.
Audrey. Way to go, Jeanette. Linda Dean, Fort Payne. Jennifer Graham from Geraldine. Amanda Carr from Geraldine.
Great work, man.
Morgan Madison McGorry of Huntsville. Kevin Carcel of Owens. Hunter Wadsworth of Madison.
Jan Walker of Geraldine. Ashley Mitchell of Jacksonville. Kate Willingham of Rainsville.
Oscar Altamirano.
Sherry Brewster of Dutton.
Blaine Smith of Pisgah. Alyssa Smith of Pisgah.
Samantha Peridor.
Jenna Harper from Section.
Lydia Smith of Section. Libby Smith of Section. Jill Carzal of Owens Crossroads.
Shane Nobley from Decatur.
Virginia
Luke
Dobson.
Hogan from Rainsville.
Virginia Dobson of Rainsville.
Molly Helton from Rainsville.
Roy Lynn Short of Alexandria. Aiden Sly. Gina Sly. Joseph Sly.
Robert Dixon from 5. Tori Hubbard from Southside. Usher Bowen.
Dana Pendergrass.
Star Mitchell from Rainsville.
Way to go, Star.
Molly Hamilton from Geraldine. Kim Tan. Alice Pettyjohn. Oh, they're coming in fast. Tina Menendez. Crystal.
Tina Carter of Fort Payne.
Cole. David. Isabella. Paul.
Jennifer McCaplin of Rainsville. Trina Dasher at 5. Leslie Johnson of Henniger. Daniel Creel of Jasper.
Jennifer Freeman. Daniel. Alexandra. Katie.
Ryan LeCompte of Huntsville.
Kristen.
Patrona Andres of Rainsville.
Brianna McSpadden of
Emily Hogan. Kylie Helton. They're coming in fast, y'all. Katie Hall. Nick Hagan.
Casey Adkin. Craig Osborne of Madison.
Coming in so fast we can't read them.
Whiteman. Joey Stanford of Rainsville. Glenda Moses of 5.
Victoria Schultz of Vinegar.
Andrea
Cambry Stewart. Cambry Stewart. of
Maria
Fort Payne.
Schultz. Cambry Stewart, yeah. Kelly Amber Stewart. Victoria Schultz.
Oh,
Cambry Stewart.
Maria from Henniger.
come you know.
Alyssa Doss of Rainsville. Christy Nugent of Fort Payne. Christy got a bunch of people signed up.
Ramona from Fort Payne.
Way to go, Ramona.
Cole Holcomb from
Thank you.
Fort Payne.
Nathan from Rainbow City. Logan LeGrand. Woo! Logan. Mark for Life Ministries. Austin Martez of Gadsden.
Martinez with 10K and David Reeves of Fort Payne 10K runner.
Carrie Westbrook of 5. Molly Westbrook of 5.
Israel Velasquez of Huntsville.
Logan LeGrand with Mark for Life.
Way to go!
He nicked him right there at the end. Way to go, Logan.
Tyler Sharp.
Way to go, Logan LeGrand with Mark for Life.
Alyssa Tidwell.
Maria from Geraldine. Carrie Davis from Fort Payne. Brittany Beeson from Henniger. Gina Broadstreet from,
Buchanan, Georgia.
thank you.
Great work.
We don't know your name. We'll
Benjamin
call you first.
Ritzman from Huntsville, Alabama. 10K runner.
Robert Barnett of Huntsville.
Brittany Nash from Rainsville.
Emma Chu of Rainsville.
They're coming in fast, y'all. Faster we read them.
Yes. Audrey Wilson of Rainsville. Courtney Wilson of Rainsville. Zarin Pearson of Gadsden. Sumu Parker of Decatur. Melissa Reed of Fort Payne. Richard Reed of Fort Payne. Gail Devant of Rainsville. Michael Devant of Swanee, Georgia.
That's right. Michael Dunn and
Great
Yale.
job.
Francisco Domingo of Fort Payne.
Way to go, Michael and Gail.
Good. So I butchered
Great work.
Francisco from Fort Payne, Alabama.
Matthew Johnson of Fort Payne. 10K runner.
Hey Jay, are you tired? You did so good. I'm
Way to go,
so proud.
Michael. Way to go, Gail.
Skylar Dupree, Oakland Stewart. Avaya Stewart. And Roderick Cook. Marshall Henderson, Matthew Johnson, Skylar Dupree,
Kayla Nugent, Olivia Bevel at Fort Payne,
Emily Shores, Patrick Tom,
Jennifer Devaney,
Bentley Sampson of Cumming, Georgia.
Great work you do.
Alexandra Wells of Center,
Raymond, I got my first love you. I got my first love you. Somebody told me they loved me because I gave them water.
Daisy Chipat, Jim Kozel of Richmond, Kentucky.
Stephen Howe of Loxley, Marianne Koch of Huntsville. Cook, sorry. Teresa Sierra of Geraldine, Allison Bates of Geraldine, Melissa Phillips of Henniger, Lee Horton of Geraldine, Marissa Mooney of Dutton, Gary Phillips of Henniger, Christy Clagnet of Fort Payne, Bree Myers of Fort Payne, Becca Cubbard of Fort Payne, Jada Hampton of Rainsville, Brooke Reeves of Altoona, Patricia Lacey of Henniger, Peyton Blevins of Rainsville, Kinsley Bailey of Fort Payne, Ricky Reeves of Altoona, Carrie Bailey of Rainsville, John McGalley of Gadsden, Bo
What's the
Guthrie
story
of
on that? How
Lookout
many
Mountain,
cameras can you
Georgia.
hold? Or camera? How many photos can you take? 100,000.
John McElwee of Gadsden.
I usually have about 4,000 for the race.
Let's just call him John.
Melissa Smith of Rainsville.
Sierra Lancaster, April Schrader, Melanie Caldwell, Robin McLean, Philip Cash, Rhonda Cash of Rainsville,
Great work to all of y'all.
Michelle Weld of Anniston coming in, a 10K participant.
Drew Garrett of Rainsville, Karen Garrett of 5, James Hess of Huntsville, Denise Raines of Fort Payne, Tammy Hartline of Dutton, Matthew Richards of Madison, Lakeisha Richards of Madison, Ashley Kidd of Henniger, River Summerford of Rainsville, Rachel of Section, Sandra Shaver of Geraldine, Nita Bowen of Geraldine, Haley Brown of Henniger, Matthew of Calhoun, Georgia, Melissa Dawn Johnson of Hayden.
Good job.
That's right. Refreshments are inside the Coliseum. Drinks, food, fruit. The ceremony will start at 9:30 sharp. Okay.
Hockey of Rainsville,
Yep. Hockey of Rainsville, Alabama.
Proud of you.
way to go for everyone that has completed the race.
Absolutely, Marla. I just want to enter next year, maybe just to walk across the finish line.
Yes. I've got 2 lips in my car.
Or a crawl.
Yeah.
Whichever.
I just registered to get the t-shirt.
Yes, yes. There's Captain America again. He's finished to go through the finish line again on the side. He done been through.
Terry Johnson of Crossville, Anita Johnson of Crossville, Sharon Stevens of Flat Rock, Melissa Joan Johnson of Hayden, Celera Mendoza from Collinsville, Audrey Barrett, Fort Payne,
Okay, we have a runner that found a key fob to a Toyota Anybody want to walk around the parking lot unlocking cars, try to find it? But anyway, there is a key fob up here, so if you know somebody that lost their keys, we have a Toyota key fob.
Melissa Blair of Gadsden.
If somebody wants to walk around looking for the car it goes to, you're welcome.
Dolly Anderson of 5, Sandra Christopher of Flat Rock, Adria Dees of Cummings, Georgia. Like I said, we have found a Toyota key fob. If you have lost a key fob,
That's right.
please come up here and get it.
And I'm mashing the emergency horn blower right now, but I don't hear no car.
Shanda Roden of Pisgah, Larry Roden of Pisgah. Jackson Hines of Fort Payne.
Toyota key fob, we'll tell that. Oh boy.
But like, I gotta watch it.
Don't forget to make your way inside the Coliseum for all your refreshments and drinks and fruit and whatever kind of food they have in there.
I'm ready for some food. How about
I'm ready for some pineapples. That's what I like. And the ceremony will be at 9:30, so it will kick off at 9:30. Ask somebody about their Toyota key fob that was found on the racetrack or on the road.
Maria of Rainsville, Naomi of Knoxville, Pamela of Hyder, Michael of Rainsville, Jill of Owens Crossroad, Kevin Corzell of Owens Crossroad, and Osvaldo Francisco of Crossroad. Ryder Malden of Rainsville. If you have lost a Toyota key fob, we do have that. Award ceremony at 9:30, and there is refreshments downstairs. Shannon of Owens Crossroads, Nayla Piera, Petro Bowers, Beverly Pereira of Fort Payne.
53 minutes to walk, 5 days, so double that. It's like an hour and 40 minutes to complete the walk.
Does everybody have fun? Ron Rojo of Rainsville, John Jones of Fort Payne, Francisco Schmer of Aberville.
Oh, I have no idea.
Marla, this is one of your favorite dance songs,
It
right?
is. Set up your dancing. Richard Dean of Gadsden. If you have lost a Toyota key fob, we do have that up here. Amy Gowen of Madison. Billy Sharp of Fort Payne, Jenna of Cedar Bluff, Lindsay Ledbetter of Sylvania, Brooklyn Robertson of Section, Brendan Freeman of Rainsville,
Yep. Flip flop run.
ran it in flip-flop, drove it. Liz Lindsay Zias of Stevenson, Brooklyn Robertson of Section. Oh, that looks good. Brandon, if you ever decide not to do cars,
I did walk across the parking lot mashing the alert button for the Toyota key fob, and I did not find it. So if nobody finds it, we will carry it inside, and Jerry can announce if you lost your Toyota key fob.
Brooklyn Robertson of Section, Lindsay Sis of Stevenson. Amanda Perez of Gunnersville. If you feather it like that, people think you know how to pronounce. Brandon Howell of Owens Crossroad, Kevin Chambers of Decatur.
Why shouldn't you write it in the first place?
Don't want to water.
Kevin Chambers of Decatur, Brandon Howell of Owens Crossroads, Jessica Rojo of Rainsville, Eric Perez of Gunnersville. Ronnie Cartwright of Rising Farm, Georgia. Becky Payne of Dutton. Beretta Carter of Fort Payne. James Hess of Huntsville.
Memorize other verses of it.
Award ceremony starts at 9:30, so if you 9:30 sharp.
All right, we got a few more 10K people on the course. They should be through here in about another 15 or 20 minutes, but we start on time. The awards start at 9:30. The awards start at 9:30, and we start on time.
Michael Anderson of Birmingham,
Thank you, Jerry.
Chad Thomas of Huntsville, Matthew Stewart of Huntsville, James Hess of Huntsville. I like this sign. If I see you collapse, I'll pause your garment. That's pretty cool. Jordan Davis of Hanover, Brittany Nash of Rainsville, Juan Gonzalez of Rainsville, Chad Thomas of Huntsville.
I just don't bring my whole wallet.
Sing it, Chris. Roger Hill of Section. Way to go, Roger. 10K.
Come on, cheer him on, cheer him on.
I don't see how they do it. I got winded just walking across the parking lot.
I'm telling you, I'd be crawling across the finish line if it was me. Brandon would have to ride me on the gas bar.
Bring me up there to the first aid.
And
First aid station.
don't forget, y'all, time is closing in. It's 9:18. The ceremony will start at 9:30. Inside the Coliseum with all your official drinks and fruits they got down there for you to share.
I'm ready to get a plate of fruit, aren't you? I'm ready for fruit, aren't you?
Oh yes, I'm ready for some. What is that? What's our favorite drink in there? Gatorade, Powerade, maybe.
Diane Wadsworth of Fort
I wonder if
Payne,
there's any
Kelly Waddell, Nathan Waddell of Leesburg, and Colton Waddell of Leesburg, J.D. Odell of Flat Rock, Kristen Wheeler of Flat Rock, Rebecca Hodge of Sylvania.
Come on, cheer them on, y'all.
Come on, let's hear it.
Brian wants some cantaloupe downstairs.
Yes.
Gatorade would be good.
Kristen Wheeler of Flat Rock, way to go. Ken Smith of Huntsville, McCallie Smith of Fort Payne, Andrew Hutchins of Pisgah. Way to go, JD. Stephen Walker of Chattanooga, Andrew Hutchins of Pisgah. Andrew Harrison in the house.
Way to go, brother Andrew.
He ran the race and then went and cleaned up. He's that fast.
396.
That's good. That's good.
He did give up water, so we have to hand it for him. The whole Harrison family there, proud of them.
That's right. If y'all have not checked out the convenient auto spa across the street,
Ronnie
must.
Clemens of Fort Payne. Way to go, Ronnie.
On the trick.
all right, we'll turn it over to Brian right here.
It's better.
Is there a hard name coming up?
Oh, mercy gracious.
I know you're thirsty. I want to get a little doggy hot dog.
Congratulations to all the runners and walkers that completed the course. You're doing better than us up here.
Absolutely. Supporting a great cause. Already an hour and 15 minutes in. Wow, time flies. Ashley Sharist of Somerville, Alabama. Charissa Smith of Chattanooga. 10K runners. We've got several more coming in. Walkers. Patty Silvers of Arrington, Georgia. I think we're getting close to the end here. There are everyone's a winner in this race. Supporting all the multiple charities. Liam and Levi Miller, along with Marie Miller at Evan and Leon from around the area. Tommy Stewart of Rainsville. Tommy Stewart, a 10K participant.
American. Where is that American man there? You know, the one that's all dressed up in the stripe. Mr.
Mr.
America.
America.
I bet he's downstairs.
He might have had to go do a mission fly
Save the
away
day.
somewhere, yeah.
Talking about heroes. You know who I think are heroes? Those guys right over there.
Amen. I want to give a big shout out to the Rainsville Police and Fire.
They are the true heroes.
Also our Public Works Department, Street Department, Sanitation. And there's Bijan. He says that's the end of the line.
That's all of them.
Hey, John, what's up?
Thank you, Bijan. So I think that's all of them. Well, no, here comes some more.
The rest of them, that's the official. They'll just go out and cover the end. Michelle, Oscar, Lisa, Christy, Deepa. Come on through, everybody. Congratulations.
Go.
There you go. Another dancer right here, him and Todd.
Anybody behind you?
All right, Donovan. He crossed the finish line right there. Donovan King, Rainsville's finest police. Is that it? Is that it, Donovan? There's a few that's going to come in here, but not a lot. We're closing in. Get down on it. It goes back, don't it? It goes way back. 9:24, everybody. So the ceremony will start at 9:30, 6 minutes.
I would much rather do the video for this thing than I know there's comments for everything, but this video, that's a lot of money. And then the striking.
Anybody behind you? You don't hear me?
Okay, make your way inside. We start the awards in less than 5 minutes. The awards start in less than 5 minutes. Anyone that's on the course, I'm sorry. Everybody knows the award starts at 9:30. 9:30. So be making your way. Making your way.
Congratulations to Corey Lane, Andy Dewar, Jerry Plain of Huntsville, Amy Gowen of Madison, Deborah Dunsmore of Scottsboro, Jeff Plain of Huntsville, Emily Hopkins of Columbia, Tennessee, Brenda Bell of Salty Daisy, Kylie Wagner of Huntsville, Kyle Wagner, I'm sorry. Robert Terry of Memphis, Tennessee. Way to go, Robert.
Yeah, Robert, you did good, Robert. Way to go.
Awesome
Memphis,
job.
Tennessee, right there, all the way,
Woo, look at him.
with best times. Done an awesome job today, y'all. Thank you.
Oh, 128.
If they will make their way downstairs, there's refreshments and the award ceremony is just about to begin. You have to be present to win for the award ceremony.
Yeah, if you want a present, you got to be there to win.